Checking. Good day and good evening to everyone. See how this works. YouTube test. Does it show up on my screen? Not just yet. Okay, we will see. We'll see how that works. Alrighty, maybe my chat is not working. Which test? Does that work? Oh yeah, this one works. This one works. Let's refresh my YouTube stream. Okay, YouTube test 2. Does that work? Not yet. What can I do? Let's see when people start joining how this behaves. Zoran, hello to you. Yeah, apparently my YouTube chat is not showing up. Well, I think I have a little bit of time to attempt to fix this while, while people are joining. Reboot? No. I have just rebooted a minute before this. And now there it is. This is not. This doesn't have anything to do with my computer, right? The way. Where is it? Here. My mirror is. Yeah. So this here, right? The way this works is the bot from Streamlabs company. There is a Streamlabs website, right? They have a bot, and this bot enters both of my chats. This bot enters my YouTube chat, and it enters my Twitch chat. Apparently, it enters my YouTube chat after it detects that I am live, while the Twitch bot is basically there all of the time, if I understand correctly. And this bot basically reads all of the chat messages from both of the chats, and then this bot types all of the messages to a certain URL on the internet, right? So the URL of this entire box is a special URL that starts with streamlabs.com/something special secret code, whatever. And then I paste this URL into my internal web browser of my OBS studio. So this box here is actually a small web browser. Okay, this is a small web browser that just displays a web page. And this web page basically lists the chat. So this doesn't have anything to do with my computer whatsoever. It's just a remote kind of third-party bot thingy. I hope I managed to explain it somewhat properly, right? So I thought that I'm going to have to remove the YouTube plugin by going to Streamlabs configuration web page and then re-edit. That's what I was prepared to do, but apparently apparently the bot was just late to the party. Nothing special, because it missed 2 or 3 of my messages and your first one. But basically, it's all good. Still good. So, how have you been? I can see that there are some other viewers besides Zoran. If you feel like typing something in chat, please do. We are going to spend a couple of minutes waiting for other people to join up. If the light bothers you, let me know. I can lower the whatever they're called in English, right? In Croatian they're called rolete. I can lower them to block the light if the light is making, it doesn't look very good. The picture looks blown up a little bit. But you know, the day is going to end soon, fairly soon, so it's gonna get a little bit darker. Anyways, right? So on my parents' attic, I have been there today, digging through some stuff. So, and find a couple of CDs, just a couple. I mean, there are a ton of them, but these are kind of special. These are kind of special. So this one is from 1998 from a local bug magazine with X Emacs. I don't know if this will focus properly. Yeah, it does. So it has X Emacs 20.4. It has Netscape 406. It has GIMP version 1.0. So that's kind of nice. This is from the, well, pre-internet age. This is how we used to get software, right? You would buy a magazine and you would get software on it, right? So that's Bug magazine. This is PC Chip number 23 from 1998. It has, well, I guess you can read it together with me. The focus on this camera is trash. Norton Utilities, Nuts and Bolts, DirectX 6, Microangelo, McAfee, Netscape Communicator, Real Player G2, Turbo Zip, Zip Magic, some video games, Grim Fandango. Yeah, right. Fun stuff. So this one is from Hacker magazine from the year 1998 as well, exclusively. Has some stuff on it. Wing Commander, Secret Ops, Populous, The Beginning, Spectre, whatever this is, Battlefield 42, is it? I don't know. Can you see the small text? Yeah, you can. 3dfx video renderer, Winamp version 2. A lot of video games. Yeah, slowly to CDs, yeah. So another hacker. Oh, look at this. Look at this above my finger here. It has 63 megabytes of Amiga stuff, whatever that is. I'm gonna take a look at that. Not right now, but oh, it has Half-Life, some screensavers. Yeah, okay. Another hacker one. I mean, why is there nobody in chat just yet except Zoran? This is really strange, but we can talk about CDs while people are gathering. So another hacker one from 1998 as well. Apparently these are all from the same year. Well, a lot more video games. PC chip from the year 99. Oh, there we go. Red Hat Linux version 5.2 complete distribution. So this is a complete Red Hat Linux 5.2. I think I might be able to install this from this CD, right? Because I have some old computer parts on the attic. Maybe I can wake them up and make them alive or something like that. That would be an interesting content. An old PC and an old Linux. Hacker CD exclusively, StarCraft demo, Diablo 2, Um, Doom music also exclusively, whatever that means. Heretic 2, Quake 2, a lot of stuff. Another Hacker City. What's special about this one? Incoming 3DFX. Pandemonium 2, that's a good game. ACDC version 2.22. Adobe Acrobat Reader. Another Hacker City. Quake 2 goodies. Jedi Knight. Star Wars desktop team. Which year is this? 1998. Oh, Amiga 38 megabytes. Hacker Cities, another one from 1998. 20 more megabytes for Amiga. This is going to be excellent. This is going to be excellent. Another one from 1998, Bug Magazine. Some MP3 music. Nothing about Linux here. But it's a nice color. I love the color. PC chip from 99. Oh, Red Hat Linux 6 here. Red Hat Linux 6. I know from my vacations in Croatia there was a huge piracy scene with VHS movies and also software, but that was a long time ago. Yeah, it's still pretty normal here. Nobody pays what they don't have to pay. But the way the how anti-piracy measures work, right? The way they work is that the how do I put it? If you want people to pay, you have to make it worthwhile for them in the way that it's easier for them to pay than to steal, right? So basically, Netflix ended piracy here. You know what I mean? It's much easier to just pay like whatever the price is, 10 euros for Netflix, than to have, how do I put it? Than to be bothered with what's not legal, right? It's a lot easier, and the same thing goes for Steam. Steam basically ended video games piracy, pretty much, right? I mean, people will still claim that piracy is widespread, but it's not really. I mean, people have to go a lot out of their way to pirate stuff because Steam just hands them everything on the silver platter and it's pretty cheap. So stuff like that, you know, easy services, easy access to content basically ended the piracy, because the reason why piracy was widespread before was because the legal content was unavailable. That was the issue. People couldn't get stuff legally, so why bother even, right? If you know, if you can just copy CDs, it's a lot easier. People just go the easier way. So that's how it works. Palm Pilot. Which year is this? Still 98. Some stuff for Palm Pilot. They imported stuff from Germany, and so yeah, but that's a hassle. That's hassle. You know, not many people want to bother with. Uh, you know, if people go by the people choose the path that is easier. If piracy is easier, they go that way. If legally, if doing things legally is easier, people will go that way. And of course, the price needs to be reasonable. Microsoft Outlook 98. 25 tools for webmasters. Internet Explorer version 4.01. Okay. Is there not an IPTV scene in Croatia? What do you mean by the word scene? Can you elaborate on what exactly do you mean? I can answer, but you need to be more specific. Oh, this one is from 97, Bug magazine. Nothing about Linux on this one, but it's a pretty white one. All of these are in perfect condition, by the way. 1997. How to avoid work. Some music here from local, how do I put it? Music bands like Let 3, Zadruga, Coyote. €5 per month for Netflix, Disney. Oh, you mean I'm confused. Do you mean €5 for all of them, or you're still not specific? Are you talking about legal stuff or illegal stuff? I'm kind of lost with your short sentences, right? The illegal stuff. Yeah, that exists. Yeah, that exists. And the price is pretty much close to what you said. But the problem is people will very rarely pay for illegal stuff, right? They don't do that usually. It's very rare. Either people will pay for getting stuff legally. The most common thing in Croatia is basically account sharing, right? Most households pay for only one service. Usually it's either Netflix or HBO Max, or Hulu doesn't exist here, but it's what is it called? The one I'm paying is well, we are paying for Netflix and for I forgot the name. Sky Showtime, yeah, that one. And basically, what people do is just account share among friends and family, right? So that's pretty normal. But other than that, those who choose to go the illegal way, they basically don't pay for anything. They just take, right? Very rarely will anyone decide to pay money for illegal stuff, because why would they? Nothing very interesting on this one from 98. 6 viewers, and still only Zoran is chatting. I mean, guys, or girls, and girls, right, in chat, both on Twitch and YouTube. Announce yourself in chat, because the reason why we are looking at all CDs. Clara, hello. The reason why we are going through these is because we are waiting for people to say in chat we are ready for the lesson for today, right? That's the reason. I'm ready to start, but I need to have a couple of people in the chat, so the lesson will be as interactive as possible, right? And yeah, welcome in, Clara. 1999 years WinRAR trial, yeah. What is here? Netscape Communicator 4, Internet Explorer 4, Gozilla 2.52, sponsored, Win Download version 4. There is no WinRAR here. Quark Express version 4. Damland Trap, hello. Right, nothing especially interesting on this CD here. Okay, so Bug magazine from 98, Anywhere Antivirus, Mr. Cool, Shockwave version 2.0. Is that Shockwave? Is that Macromedia, the company? Vinigate. Okay. Oh, Brojač Impulsa version 2.0. This is the impulse counter. How much would you spend by being online via your modem? So it would tell you how much money you spent. That was actually a cool application. Word translator 97 and some MP3 music. Shockwave was macro. Yeah, Clara, in 2010s, or everyone had a pirated copy of Fraps and Adobe. Well, Adobe is still being pirated, right? Because everyone wants to use the best version of image manipulation program, which is Photoshop, and nobody wants to pay for it. So that one is still being pirated. But Fraps, it sounds familiar, but I'm not sure what that is. Maybe you can remind me. Emule, Azure, and Team Fairlight. I don't remember those names. 55 megabytes for Amiga on the 97 version of Hacker Seed. Oh, walkthroughs for video games. Walkthroughs for video games on this one. This is good because if you get stuck in a video game, you can just read from this CD how to go through a certain level, right? My nephew plays in this band Kanda, Koja i Nebojša. Okay. Okay. Perhaps he's a screen recorder. Oh yeah, that kind of sounds a little bit familiar, but I don't remember that I have been using that one. Iceblade, hello, welcome in. We are going through some of my old CDs from 97, 1998, and 1999. These are from the magazines. Pre-internet age, right? This is how we would get software back in the day when nobody had internet. Sonic 3D Blast. Home site version 3. ICQ 0.98 beta. Microsoft Project 98. Vegetarian food. This is kind of interesting. ICQ. Okay, Asus VIA chipset series. The VIA integrated 4-in-1 driver. Copyright 2000 and... Oh, you can see my monitor here. Yeah, but you can't see the CD. This is some driver for VIA chipset. Likewise, didn't had much internet in 2010s. Just replay the demo discs you got with magazines. Yeah. Computer associates bitware for Windows. I have no clue what this is. Bitware for Windows. But you can see my camera here. You can see the camera. Sync Master. A driver for your monitor. PC chip. FIFA 2000. Age of Empires 2. Spec Ops 2. Tomb Raider The Last Revelation. Dink Smallwood. The complete game. From the year 99. WinRAR version 2.60. Look. Finally we found it. We can now use WinRAR. WinRAR 2.60. Audio Grabber 1.60. Adobe Photoshop version 5.5. Service Pack 6 for Windows NT 4.0. I have the same Sync Master CD. Good. Good. PC chip from... Which year is this? 99. Oh, there's something for Linux. At least it claims it has something for Linux, but I can't tell what it is. Outlook Express year 2000 update. Windows 98 year 2000 update. So these are like patches. Windows 98 system update. There was also a piracy scene in Netherlands where you could get CDs with all pirated software. Oh yeah, that's completely normal. Yeah, that's completely normal. How else would you get software, right? The problem, I don't know about Netherlands, but here we were kind of cut off from the world, especially because of the war in the 90s, and we didn't have access to legal software, if even if we were able to pay for it. There just wasn't an easy way to acquire legal software. So it was completely normal. Not this, right? This is legal, but it was completely normal to, pay like something roughly like €1 or whatever, converted to the money back in the day, right? For a CD copy of whatever you want. We had CDs of leaked movies sometimes even before movie premiere. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I watched Lord of the Rings. I think it was roughly New Year's week or something like that. And my friend borrowed a projector, a wall projector from his college, and we brought it home to my house, to my apartment. Right, we watched Lord of the Rings like a week before it came out in the cinema. It was The quality was absolute trash. The quality was absolute trash, and it was watchable, right? But we spent more time calling people on the phone. We didn't have mobile phones. We had a wireless house phone, but we spent more time calling people and just telling them what we are watching than actually watching the movie. Mod chipped PlayStation 2, only pay for empty disk. Got the whole library for almost free. Yeah, that was also completely normal. I don't PlayStation 1, 2, and Xbox 360. Those three consoles, I don't remember a single person who had original CDs for any of these three. I never saw anyone with originals. I didn't have consoles at all, but my friends who had consoles, it was completely normal that the way you would purchase a console is by buying it and then taking it first to a guy who mods it, the changes chips or whatever. I don't know what it had been done to them, but you had to take them to somebody to do something to it, and then you could copy CDs. This one is from the year 1999. Some screensaver here's Settlers 3. Oh, this I love this game. Actually, not the part 3. I love the Settlers 2. The second one is awesome. Why doesn't it focus? But you can read it even if it's out of focus. There was the dude in college that lived just off modding PlayStations and burning discs. Yeah. How many on YouTube and Twitch now? 8 on YouTube and 2 on Twitch. We have a couple of more of these. We can start if you want. Nuts and bolts. Linux, 10 programs and tools for Linux. Look, 10 programs for Linux. Matrix chips needed. Press reset to load a copy. I don't know what it is, but I believe you. Bug from 97. Flash. Anyone wants Flash? Which year is this? Oh, this is new. The year 2002. And the last two. Paint Shop Pro 5. Oh, there is Mirtz. Mirtz as in MIRRC for, Internet Relay Chat application, one of the most popular one for Windows. Okay, back in the box. So I also found this guy on the attic today. I need to change the batteries. The problem, the potential problem is that it still holds batteries inside, and they kind of leaked. There will be some cleaning around the battery compartment. I didn't take them out yet. Ah, also this guy. Found Nokia Asha phone. I don't know if anyone remembers those. It has a capacitive touchscreen. There you go. It's out of focus. No, it doesn't work. Yeah, good phone. Good battery. Is that an Allied Telesyn switch on your left? Yeah, it is. It's I'm missing some switch ports in my living room, so I got this guy. I don't know if this camera is going to focus this shit. Come on, camera, do your thing, camera. Yeah, the camera is stupid. Sorry about that. Last Nokia I used was E72. Oh, the business one. That yeah. That's that one was pretty good. I had a white one with the BlackBerry like keyboard, right? Alrighty. This is the screen where we want to be, right? So, is the title of today's video below 103.5? Is it still? Is it still that one? I will rename it later to lesson 2. Maybe we did I already name it lesson 2? I don't know. I can name it later. 10 viewers. Yes, 103.5. Let's go. Let's say size part 2 on YouTube. Says. Okay, then I actually already named it. Good on me. Good on me for doing that in advance. Okay, the tools and utilities seen in the previous lesson are very useful for process monitoring at large. However, a system administrator may need to go one step further. In this lesson, we will discuss the concept of terminal multiplexers and learn about GNU Screen and Tmax, as despite today's modern and great terminal emulators, multiplexers still preserve some cool, powerful features for a productive system administrator. Features of terminal multiplexers. In electronics, a multiplexer or MUX is a device that allows for multiple inputs to be connected to a single output. Thus, a terminal multiplexer gives us the ability to switch between different inputs as required. Although not exactly the same, Screen and Tmax share a series of common features. Any successful invocation will result in at least a session, which in turn will include at least a window. Windows contain programs. Windows can be split into regions or panes, which can aid in productivity when working with various programs simultaneously. Ease of control. To run most commands, they use a key combination, the so-called command prefix or command key, followed by another character. Sessions can be detached from their current terminal. That is, programs are sent to the background and continue to run. This guarantees complete execution of programs no matter if we accidentally close the terminal, experience an occasional terminal freeze, or even a remote connection loss. Socket connection. Copy mode. They are highly customizable. In the earlier days of Unix, so 70s and 80s, computers basically consisted of terminals connected to a central computer. So basically that's how I grew up, and that's how I actually learned of Linux, because before I even heard of Linux, I was already using Unix at the university where I wasn't a student, I was younger, but I could go there and use those terminals. They were connected to a Spark server, Sun Solaris, something like that. This was all, no multiple windows or tabs. And that was the reason behind the creation of GNU Screen in 1987. Emulate multiple independent VT100 screens on a single physical terminal. So for those of you who are not familiar with what terminal is, let's start LibreWolf. It's not starting. VT100 terminal. Okay. So so this one is that VT100 terminal. So this is not a computer. Okay. This is a terminal. Basically, what we have here, this is Kitty terminal. This is Kitty terminal emulator, right? And basically, what Kitty is, this is it. This is Kitty hardware version from back in the day, right? Because servers from back in the day were mostly headless. I mean, they weren't headless because they couldn't have a head. They did have like one monitor or something like that, but computers were too expensive, and it was pretty normal for a lot of people to use one computer at the same time, right? So at the university, you would have something like a central server, which all of the students would use, and that's how we did it. There were like hundreds of people logged onto the server at once, everyone using it at the same time. And basically what we would do, we would use one of these terminals. We would just log in to the server. You could only work on one server, which this terminal was physically connected to. At the university, you would have a lot of these terminals all over the place, and they had a specific address, and you could tell by using a finger command, or we don't have this on my computer. Let's go ahead. Sorry for talking a bit in reverse about how it used to be, but it's kind of interesting to me to remember these things. Let me remember what is the IP of my demo server for these lessons. LPIC demo. Okay. Demo, let's go via Dart. Is this my password? Yeah, it is. IP address is 99206. Okay, let's connect. Yeah. There we go. Now we are on LPIC demo. Let's see if you have finger here. No. Sudo apt install finger. Can we do that? Yeah, we can. So this is a fairly common tool from back in the day. Finger, right. Maybe I can decrease it a little bit. So it says that user Dart is logged in from the TTY1. So that's a local console here. This is literally local console on the server. Let's exit this one so it's no longer logged in. Okay, let's do the finger one more time. So this one is now gone because it logged out. Sorry, I wanted to make it readable and not line wrapped. The other Dart is logged in via PTS/0. Basically, this is the SSH session coming from this IP address, which is an IP address from my PC from which I am connecting and also streaming this live stream. When people would be connecting via these terminals, if every one of these terminals would have a special address. So basically, by coming to the college campus, you could just type finger, right? And you could see everyone who is logged on at the moment. And for example, you can type finger and then grab Dart because it would list all of the people who are logged on. And if you're looking for someone, for a friend of yours, you can find Dart. Okay, your friend Dart, he is currently logged on from the main lobby. Okay, let's go to the main lobby and say hello to Dart because clearly he's there. You can tell by this, yeah, right? So that was kind of fun. What else can I say about these terminals? Yeah, I would usually visit the college, not mine, as I said, but the place where we went. We would gather and use all of these terminals at night usually, and we would have kind of a chat party. We would hang out on IRC, right, Internet Relay Chat, all of us together from these kind of 10 terminals sitting next to each other, and we would bring food and crackers and candies and soda and stuff like that, and just have a local hangout party and talk to the other people on the other side of the internet. That was kind of really cool time from back in the day. I think the one I used looked more like this one. It's all kind of blurry in my head. I can't really remember which model was there. VT320. Maybe it was like this. Actually, this one looks a lot more like the one I used over there. Just the monitor and the keyboard, but not much electronics inside. So the reason for GNU Screen to exist was to emulate multiple independent VT100 screens on a single physical terminal. Okay, so you couldn't have like tabs or something like that on this device. You would just have 80 by 25 characters resolution, not by pixels. The resolution was counted by ASCII characters. And if you would use the GNU screen, you could have more windows, right? GNU screen is invoked but just by typing the screen command into the terminal. You will first see a welcome message. Let's do the welcome message. Screen, which is not found. Okay, sudo apt install screen and tmax. Screen, okay. GNU Screen version 409 from the year 22. Okay, press space for the next page or press return to end this message. Capabilities, copy, remote, detach, power detach, multi-attach, multi-user, font, color 256, 226, UTF-8, RxVT, built-in telnet. Nice, okay. So we are now using screen. Press space or enter to close the message and you will be shown a command prompt. It may seem nothing has happened, but the fact is that screen has already created and managing its first session and window. Screen's command prefix is Ctrl A. To see all windows at the bottom of the terminal display, type Ctrl A followed by W. Right? So let's go Ctrl A and W. So, okay, this kind of disappears. Okay, so it's just a temporary message. So screen 0 is running bash at the moment. If we run top here, maybe we can do again Control A and W, and it still says that it's running bash. Yeah, this is not very interactive. Tmax is a little bit better at telling you what's going on in the session, at least by default without further configuration. There it is. Our one and only window so far. Note that the count starts at 0 though. To create another window, type Ctrl A C, which you can remember as create. Okay, so Ctrl A and C, and we now have a second window where we can list, I don't know, the contents of etc folder. And let's go back, right? Type Ctrl A W again, Ctrl A W, and now you can see on the bottom we have the 0 screen and the 1 screen, which are both running bash. There we have our two windows. Note the asterisk indicating the one that is being shown at the moment. So once again, the one that is being shown at the moment is the one with number 1. However, as they were started with bash, they are both given the same name. Since we invoked ps in our current window, let us rename it with the same name. For that, you have to type Ctrl A and then the capital A and write the new window name when prompted. Okay, so let's go Ctrl A and then capital A, set Windows title to bash. So let's call this window, I don't know, second. Okay, and now when we do Ctrl A W, we have bash and second window. Maybe we could rename the second one to, I don't know, programming, and voila, now the second one is being used just for programming, so you know where you are at. Now let us create another window, but provide it a name from the start. Yet another window. This is done by invoking screen with the -t switch. So I suppose they want us to... Do I need to exit screen or just run another screen command within the screen? But let's try it just with a command. Screen -t yet another window. There we go. Yeah, so this command started another window inside the current screen. You can move between windows in different ways by using Ctrl A N to go to the next window. Okay, Ctrl A N. So now I switch to the first one. You can see it by the asterisk here. And then Ctrl A P to go to previous. So N for next, P for previous, very easy. By using Ctrl A and a number to go to a window number. Okay, so this is fairly easy to remember. So if you want to go to programming, we are going to type Ctrl A and number 1 to go to the one that's marked with number 1. So we are now at programming. By using Ctrl A and the double quotes, is it called in English? To see a list of all windows, you can move up and down with the arrow keys and select the one you want with enter. So Ctrl A and quotes. Ctrl A and quotes. So now you can select which one you want to skip to. this feels useful if you would have like a bunch of them, but I don't know. Let's go back to the first one. Okay. We are now, while working with Windows, it is important to remember the following. Windows run their programs completely independent of each other. Programs will continue to run even if their window is not visible. Also, when the screen session is detached, as we will see shortly. To remove a window, simply terminate the program running in it. Once the last window is removed, the screen will itself terminate. Alternatively, you can use Ctrl A and K. I believe that would be kill. While in the window you want to remove, you will be asked for confirmation. So let's go ahead and Ctrl A and then K. Really kill this window? Absolutely yes. So that one is now killed, and we now have only two of them remaining. The one that was numbered with the number 0 is kind of gone, and the ones that were left behind kept their original numbers. Nick K, hi to you as well. Welcome into our little series with learning about Linux. We are learning about terminal multiplexers today, which are GNU Screen and Tmax. Enjoy. Regions. Screen can divide. Thank you for the hearts, whoever is pushing that. Screen can divide a terminal screen up into multiple regions in which to accommodate two windows. These divisions can be either horizontal or vertical, right? So horizontal with the S or vertical with the pipe. I don't know what sense does this make, the S for horizontal or pipe for vertical, but it is what it is. Okay, so I have typed Control A S and nothing really happened. The only thing the new region will show is just dash dash at the bottom, meaning it's empty. So why didn't we get... Oh, we did manage to jam something. My screen is half frozen. When I press enter, nothing is going on. Control capital S. Oh, but the one up there is frozen. So what is the... Oh, capital S, yeah. So what is the small s? Can I type Control A and question? Yeah, I can. What is the small s? Why did I freeze my window? Okay, so this one is split. What is the small s? X off. X on. So small q to get it back to life. Yeah, it now lives. Okay. Okay, I unfroze it. Yeah, so the bottom one is only showing two dashes, so because it's not really running anything. To move to the new region, type Control A and then Tab. Okay, Control A Tab. So we are in the new one. Can we type anything here? No, we cannot. I didn't really use screen this far in, so this is kind of interesting. Now you can add a window by any of the methods that we have already seen. For example, Control A 2. So it will take. So Control A2 will capture the yet another window. Oh, interesting. So basically, I am now running Control AW. Okay, so the second window is now basically in the bottom half of the screen, right? Can we do htop here? Cannot. apt sudo apt install htop. Okay, so it's a little bit more pretty now. Let's go ahead and play with the important aspects to keep in mind when working with regions are: you move between regions by typing Ctrl+A tab. You can terminate all regions except the current one with Ctrl+A Q. You can terminate the current region with Ctrl+A X. Terminating a region does not terminate its associated window. Okay, so that's useful. Let's kill the all of the other regions, which is basically the one above. Control A and capital Q. So we are now in the okay, we have our programming on the window 1 and yet another window on window 2, which is where we are at right now. Sessions. So far we have played with a few windows and regions, but all belonging to the same and only session. It is time to start playing with sessions. To see a list of all sessions, type screen-list or screen-ls. Okay, screen-list. Okay, so there is one screen attached here. Okay, and that's the only one that is currently running. That is our only session so far. Process ID 1037 for them, or 21206 for us. What is the uptime of this machine anyway? 7 days? Okay. pts0.debian indicating the terminal, in our case a pseudo terminal slave, and the host name. pts0, well, for us as well. Let us create a new session, giving it a more descriptive name. Screen-S second session. Did we detach? Did they say that we have to detach the screen first? The terminal display will be cleared and you will be given a new prompt. You can check for sessions once more. I'm not sure if I need to detach the current session first. We can try to launch another screen within screen and see what happens. Screen-S new session. Okay, so we now have what was the command anyway? I've already forgot. Screen-list. Oh, so we actually have two screen sessions. Both of them are attached. How are they both attached? Because there is a screen within screen. That's kind of confusing, but obviously and clearly possible. The terminal display will be cleared and you will be given a new prompt. You can check for sessions once more. To kill a session, quit out of all its windows or just type the command screen-s session process ID capital X and quit. That's about some. You can also provide the session name instead. Let us get rid of our first session. So that's the screen here. Let's just change the PID. 21.3.12. 21.3.12. Okay, so this is going to kill. No, that's not the first session. That's the new one. 21.206. 206, that's the first one. Because this session is kind of nested within this session, in theory, one would expect both of them to die if I kill this one, but I don't think this will happen because that's not how screen works. So I expect the parent one to just disappear. And this one will not die, but I'm not sure if it will detach. It could detach maybe. Screen is terminating. Screen dash list. Yeah, it's detached. Yeah, that's what I thought it will happen. Yeah. So we killed its nested parent screen. So that's why this one detached. And basically we can attach it again to our current terminal. But I don't want to do that now. Let's go ahead and just see where the PDF will lead us. You will be sent back to your terminal prompt outside of screen, but remember our second session is still active. However, since we killed its parent session, it is given a new label, detached. Okay, that's kind of logical. Session detachment. For a number of reasons, you may want to detach a screen session from its terminal to let your computer at work do its business and connect remotely later from home. To share a session with other users. You detach a session with the key combination Ctrl A and D for detach. You will be taken back into your terminal. To attach again to this session, you use the command screen-R for reattach and then the session process ID. Alternatively, you can use the session name as we saw above. If there is only one detached session, neither is compulsory, so you can just do screen-R. Screen-R. Okay, and we are now attached once again. So that's where we are at the moment. Someone is sending the googly eyes in my chat. I don't know what you mean by that, but I hope it's a surprise. This command suffices to reattach to our second session. Screen-ls is now attached. Important options for session reattaching. Reattach a session and if necessary detach it first. So I actually use this command quite a lot often because well, maybe not in the modern days, but back in the day when we used the modem connection, it was very frequent that my screen would not my screen, but my internet connectivity, my IP connectivity with the server would simply break, right? And when I would reconnect, then I would need to reattach the screen, but the screen would believe that it is still attached somewhere, but it's just my connection broke, right? So I would have to detach it first, reattach it next. So often, if I wasn't even sure if the screen is still being attached somewhere, I would just do the DR to force detach it if necessary, and then reattach it. If not necessary, then the D would simply be ignored. Same as DR, but screen will even create the session first if it does not exist. Okay, that's kind of neat. Same as D and capital R, however, use the first session if more than one is available. Reattach a session if necessary, detach and logout remotely first. That one I actually never used. If a session is running, then reattach, detaching and logging out remotely first if necessary. If it was not running, create it and notify the user. Okay, that's quite a lot for just 2 letters. That's quite a lot of going on. Same as DR, only stronger. start screen in detached mode. This creates a new session but does not attach to it. This is useful for system startup scripts. Same as DM, but does not fork a new process. The command exits if the session terminates. Read the manual pages for screen to find out about other options. Can I rename my session on the on YouTube? How do I rename my session? That's not what I meant. Participants, pop-out chat, reactions. Try screen rename. I will. Oh, edit. Okay, I renamed the session, so it now not the session, but the stream. So it now says GNU Screen and Tmax. Try dash screen rename. Maybe I will. Copy paste and scroll back mode. GNU Screen features a copy or scroll back mode. Once entered, you can move the cursor in the current window and through the contents of its history using the arrow keys. You can mark text and copy it across windows. The steps to follow are: enter copy or scroll back mode with the whatever this is in English. Open square bracket. Does that make sense to call it a square bracket? Or is there a better name for this? It's a bracket. Just a bracket. Okay. Then bracket it is. Enter copy scroll back mode with an open bracket. Are we inside the screen now? Yes, we are. Control A and the bracket. Copy mode. Okay. It doesn't have any scroll back, but it clearly is currently in the copy scroll back mode because I can move around with my arrows. Move to the beginning of the piece of text you want to copy using the arrow keys. Mark the beginning of the piece of text you want to copy, space. Okay, let's mark everything from here to here. I pressed space again. Okay, move to the end of the piece of text you want to copy using the arrow keys. Mark the end of the piece text you want to copy with the space again. Go to the window of your choice and paste it with the closed bracket. Okay, let's go ahead and create a new window, and then we're going to do the nano paste just to launch the editor. Control A and closed bracket to, well, just paste the content that we have copied from there. And we can now F3 to save this, and let's just stay inside the editor for now. Customization of screen. The system-wide configuration file for screen is at the screen rc. Alternatively, user level home/.screenrc can be used. The file includes 4 main configuration sections. Screen settings. You can define general settings by specifying the directive followed by a space and the value as in def scroll back 1024. Screen bindings. This section is quite interesting as it allows you to redefine key bindings that perhaps interfere with your everyday use of the terminal. Use the keyword bind followed by a space, the character to use after the command prefix, another space, and the command as in bind l kill. These settings will change the default way of killing window from Control A K to, well, Control A L. To display all of screen bindings, type Control A and the question mark. I already did that earlier, or consult the manual page, but we can do that again. So Control A and the question mark, so you can read about all of the existing bindings, and so you can quickly learn them and see what they are. Terminal settings. This section includes settings related to terminal window sizes and buffers, amongst others. To enable non-blocking mode to better cope with unstable SSH connections, for instance, the following configuration is used. Def non-block 5. I'm not sure what this is. To enable non-blocking mode to better cope with unstable SSH connections. I'm not sure what this does. Startup screens. You can include commands to have various programs running on screen startup. For example, screen-t top. Screen will open a window named top with the top inside. Tmax. Okay, here we go. We are now moving to the next one. Tmax was released in 2007. Although very similar to Screen, it includes a few notable differences. Client-server model. The server supplies a number of sessions, each of which may have a number of windows linked to it that can, in turn, be shared by various clients. Interactive selection of sessions, windows, and clients via menus. The same window can be linked to a number of sessions. Availability of both Vim and Emacs key layouts. UTF-8 and 256 color terminal support. So Windows Tmax can be invoked by simply typing Tmax at the command prompt. You will be shown a shell prompt and a status bar at the bottom of the window. Let's detach screen and do the Tmax. So already you can see that we have bash running, and this is our 0 window, our window with the index number 0. If we do htop, well, yeah, it renamed automatically. So it basically, Tmax is a little bit like that. It kind of tells you what is currently running inside this window. Deji Beldani, welcome in. Howdy from Switzerland, and now something completely different. Never try sudo cat etc watchdog. Watchdog. Why is there too much stuff inside Watchdog, or infinite amount of stuff? Are we still? Yeah, we are. Other than the host name, the host name is on the right side here. The time and the date, the status bar provides the following information. Session name 0, window number 0, window name bash. By default, this is the name of the program running inside the window, and unlike Screen, Tmax will automatically update it to reflect the current running program. Note the asterisk indicating that this is the current visible window. You can assign session and window names when invoking Tmax. The system will shut down after a minute or so. Okay, Deji Beldani. You can assign session and window names when invoking tmax. Tmax new -s lpi -n window 0. Let's try that. Shall we nest it or just, I don't know. Sessions should be nested with care. Unset tmax to force. Okay, so tmax doesn't want us to do nesting. Let's exit this one. Or maybe we can leave this one. Let's detach this one and run another one. Okay, so this one is now called LPI. And this is Windows 0 here. Windows 0. If we run htop here, will it update its name? No, because we have given it a strict name. The status bar will change accordingly. LPI 0, Windows 0, Debian, and whatnot the rest. Tmax's command prefix is Control B. To create a new window, just type Control B and then followed by letter C just in GNU screen, which stands for Create a New Window. You will be taken to a new prompt and the status bar will reflect the new window. Okay, so Control B and C for Create, and we now have the one marked with number 1 saying Bash. As bash is the underlying shell, the new window is given that name by default. Start top and see how the name changes top. In any case, you can rename a window with Ctrl B and then comma. When prompted, supply the new name and hit enter. Ctrl B, comma, and we are going to rename it to programming. Okay, so in this window we are doing some programming. Not really, but let's pretend for today. You can have all windows displayed for selection with Ctrl B W. Use the arrow keys to move up and down and enter to select. Ctrl B W, and we now have some windows here, right? This is our current tmax session, and this is the first one. This is the first one. So that's kind of interesting. Can we just switch to the previous one? Yeah, we can. I didn't know this. This is kind of revolutionary for me. So Control B and W, and I can walk around many tmax sessions. This one called Windows. This one called 0 actually. This one called LPI. This is fantastic. I love it. In a similar fashion to screen, we can jump from one window to another with Ctrl B and go to the next window. Ctrl B next to go to the next one. We are now on Windows 0. Ctrl B P for previous. Ctrl B number to go to the window number, right? So if you want to go to programming, we will type Ctrl B and 1 because 1 is programming over here. To get rid of a window, use Ctrl B, and thank you for whoever loves what's happening. To get rid of a window, use Ctrl B and to end the window. Okay, let's end this window. Ctrl B end. Kill window programming. Yeah, let's kill it. Other than sending likes and hearts on my YouTube stream, you can also press the like button on the whole video itself. You can even send money in chat if you have some extra. On Twitch, pretty much the same, right? Sudocat, Stefan Maruda, welcome in. Other interesting window commands include Control BF, find the window my name. Let's see how that works. So Control BF, find what? Find bash. Ah, so it kind of filtered out just the one that contains the word bash. Okay, let's go to that one. It's nice how it previews every window, right? So you can visually see what you're entering. Give me Linux Renaissance Discord and Matrix server invite, please. Well, you are watching on YouTube, Stefan. If you scroll up this YouTube window, in the description of the windows, you will see a link to the Matrix chatroom. So just click it there. I can paste it in chat, but it's already linked below this video. Discord I don't have. This is the room. So when you join, I'm gonna see you. Control B dot change window index number. Control B and the dot. Control B dot move window. Oh, move. So let's go to 0. It's already 0 because we don't have any more. Found. Okay, I still don't see you, but good enough. Where were we? To read the whole list of commands, consult the manual page. But you can also just type Control B and the question mark, so you can just walk around all of the 54 commands that exist here. Panes. The window splitting facility of screen is also present in Tmax. The resulting divisions are not called regions but panes, though. The most important difference between regions and panes is that the latter are complete pseudo-terminals linked to a window. This means that killing a pane will also kill its pseudo-terminal with and any associated programs running within. Forgot Discord, lame, great you're here, I watch you go on. I'm just watching when you're going to join the Matrix room so I can say hello and welcome, but never mind. To split a window horizontally, we use Control B and the quotes. Let's do the quotes thing. Control B quotes, and we have split already. We have a new. Is this a new window? What did it spawn right now? What if I exit this one, right? So we only have one. We only have one of the Control B W. So we have kind of a bash here. ls. Let's type ls. Control B W. Let's go to this one, and now let's go to the what was the splitting command? Quotes, double quotes. Control B double quotes. Oh, so this kind of created a new window along with the bash shell. Control B W. So where is this one? I'm kind of lost. So I know what the 0 is. This is the first Tmax. This is the second Tmax. The first Tmax contains just the 0 window with bash running. The second one contains I'm trying to understand how this is titled, right? So it says 0 Windows 0 and then Z I don't know what Z is. Can we do top and H top? And now Control B W. So it doesn't name the window top. This is slightly perplexing for me. So where is the other pane being shown here in the list of windows? How do we know that this has two panes? To split it vertically, use Control B and percentage. Okay, Control B percentage. So we now have 3 of them, and we can run watch, I don't know, W. That's kind of okay. A thing to watch. And Control B W. Right, so this one is still running just bash, and this one is running 3 windows, 3 panes. They're just not labeled here as I would expect them to be labeled. No, it's not really saying. I mean, it's visually telling me what it has, but interesting. To destroy the current pane along with its pseudo terminal running with it, along with any associated programs, use Ctrl B X. You will be asked for confirmation on the status bar, right? So let's go ahead. Control B tab. No. Control B tab. How do I switch between panes? Control B next. No next window. So Control B question. Let's see how we switch between panes. Break pane to a new window. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. List all paste buffers. Rename current session. Split windows horizontally. Arrow. Oh, just with the arrow. Let's try that. Q. Control B arrow. Control B arrow. Ah, okay. So the green line is moving around and somewhat letting me know which one is being selected, right? So now it's bottom left, now it's bottom right. Okay, now I understand. Left. You can go up and down as well. Up works as well. Yeah, the left right doesn't work if you are in the upper pane which doesn't have left right. So we have to go down first. Okay. Important pane commands. Control B and what is this? Oh, the arrows. Okay, move between panes. Okay, so I was impatient to learn how to move, and the PDF already has this. Control B semicolon, move to the last active pane. Okay, Control B semicolon, last active pane. Control B semicolon again, last active pane. So this is kind of like a toggle. Let's go to the previous one that I used. Okay, let's go to the previous one that I used, which is actually the one that I used before I used this one. Like a toggle. Resize pane by one line. Control B and Control arrow key. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Control B and Control arrow key. Also, it resizes only by one. Just by one. You have to type like you have to hold the control and B arrow, 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 and holding control just to resize it. Oh, I don't actually have to do that. I can just hold the control and oh, it has a timeout. It has a timeout. You have to click. Yeah, you don't have to use the B. You just type Control B once, and then keep holding the control, and then type arrows really fast while holding the control, and that's it. If I stop for a second, let's stop for a second, and I'm still holding control, and I'm now typing arrows, but arrows no longer work. So there is a timeout. Let's say roughly a second. Resize pane by one line. Control B Alt. Resize pane by 5 lines. Control B and then Alt. Okay. I mean, if you have a huge resolution, maybe this could be useful. The timeout is not 1 second. It's closer to half a second. Control B, the curly braces or brackets, braces, curly brace, swap panes, current to previous. Control B. Ah, nice. I'm swapping panes with the curly brace. Actually, kind of rotating them. Curly brackets, braces, brackets. Ah. Control B, Z. Zoom in on the panel. What is that? Why am I in the copy paste mode? What was the command to enter copy paste mode? Was it the S or something? I accidentally entered the buffer thing mode. Enter copy mode. Ah, with the bracket, I understand. I didn't press shift. Enter copy mode. Okay, I understand now. Control B and the bracket. What about Q? Oh, the Q is exit. Okay. So what was the command required? Zoom in, Control B Z. Control B Z. Oh, that's the zoom in. Let's dive into this pane quickly. And let's dive out of this pane now. Okay, I understand now. Let's enter this pane for a moment to do something about it, because we need more space. And let's zoom out of it now to get an overview of all of them, with also Control B and Z. Alrighty. Tmax displays a fancy clock inside the pane. Kill it by pressing Q. Control B T. Control B T. Oh, for the clock. Control B T. Ah. Okay, okay. Fancy clock. Turn pane into a window. Ah, yes, we saw that in the instructions. So this is not. I mean, it is turn pane into a window, but the Tmax calls it something like expunge a pane into a new window or something like that. Let's go to the clock and Control B and the exclamation. Yeah, so that's a new window now. So now we do Control B and W, and now we have like Windows 0 with 2 panes, and the one that's just Tmax. That's the one with the clock, right? We can rename it to Control B, comma, clock. So that's the clock. Control B, W. Yeah, so we have the clock here. To read the whole list of commands, consult the manual page. Okay. To list sessions in Tmax, you can use Control B and then small s. Control B, small s. So these are our windows within the current tmax, right? However, Control B W lists all of the windows between all of the tmaxes. So that could be slightly more useful depending on what you're trying to do. Alternatively, you can use the tmax ls command to see what's up here. Control C, tmax ls. All right, so we have two tmaxes running. This one is attached, this one is not. If we do the Control BW and go to the first one and then do tmax ls, now this one is attached while this one is not. There is only one session LPI, which includes two windows. Let us create a new session from within our current session. This can be achieved by using Control B, type in :new at the prompt. Then press enter. You will be sent to the new session as can be observed on the status bar. So Control B and then :new. Control B, :new. Okay, so do we want to run something like Vim? We don't have Vim. We do have VI. Okay. Oh, this is Vim. How is this possible, Debian? So I didn't install. Let's see what I have. Apt dpkg minus list rep vim tiny compact version. That's the one I suppose that starts with VI, but it's called Vim. But when I type Vim, then that one doesn't exist. That's kind of interesting. Okay, let's use VI. And then what did I want to do? Oh, I wanted to do Control BW. Oh, sorry, Control BW. Yeah, so now we have this tmax 0, this tmax here. This one is called LPI, and this one is called 2. Okay. By default, tmax named the session 2. To rename it, use Control B and $. Control B $, rename the session to our very new tmax session. Our very. It's called our very. Interesting. Control B W. Our very new tmax session. Yeah, it gives it a full name, but when you go to it, it doesn't quite show in the panel below, right? It has a limited space for characters there. You can switch sessions with Control B S. Use the arrow keys and enter. Control B S. Control B S. Oh, the S for sessions, just for sessions, without seeing the windows that are children of the sessions. I understand now. Control B S for sessions only. Okay, okay. To kill a session, you can use the command tmax kill session -t session name. If you type the command from within the current attached session, you will be taken out of tmax and back to your initial terminal session. Right, tmax kill session -t second session. Okay, let's try it. tmax. So what did it say? Kill session. It doesn't autocomplete. That sucks. Dash t hour. This sucks. This sucks big time. Tmax ls. Okay, so I want to delete this one. It sucks that I have to copy paste all this. Tmax kill session. Dejibel Dani, bye bye. Enjoy your day or the evening. Tmax kill session dash t and paste this, and yeah, exited. We are now exited. Let's I don't know. Let's do the tmax attach something. We attached something. By killing second session, we were thrown outside tmax. However, we still have an active session. Ask tmax for a listing of sessions and you will surely find it there. Tmax ls. Okay, let's detach again. Control B, detach. Okay, tmax ls. Okay, these are our running sessions. Let me just go to a second tab of my local kitty to show you something. SSH 192.6.8.99.10. Yeah, that's my main server. And tmax, I have 5 windows here, created March 30. So what's the date today? March, January, February, March, April 30. So that's like 6 weeks old session, is it? No, it isn't. No, it's 4 weeks. Sorry, 4 weeks. So you can, you use long running sessions, which you can just enter and continue what you were doing, right? So that's kind of neat. If you don't reboot, of course. However, this session is detached from its terminal. We can attach it with tmax attach -t session name. Attach can be replaced by at or simply a when there is only a single session. The name specification is optional. So tmax a to attach. Tmax a. Okay, a for attach. You're now back in your session. To detach it, press Ctrl B, D for detach. The same session can be attached to more than one terminal. If you want to attach a session, making sure it is first detached from any other terminals, use the D switch. Tmax attach -D and session name if needed. So what I want to do here for a test, I want to test something. Open a new window. This one here and this one, oops, here. IP address. So what was the address? 9926 SSH 6. There we go. So from my own computer, I have SSH into my demo server twice, right? So if you do the, well, let's zoom in a little bit, right? So here you can see that I have connected from this IP address once and once again. You can ignore the tmaxes. These are my SSH sessions. But this one is within tmax. And if we do tmax attach from here, let's go to, so this one kind of attached the LPI one, and this one has the tmax 0 attached. So let's switch on the left one to the one called LPI, Control BW, and let's go to, oh, well, let's go here to clock, right? So what's going on here is basically we have like a multiplayer session, because if two of the persons who are not really in the same room are watching the, I guess, the same thing, well, they could work on the same thing, right? So I'm gonna move my mouse from left to right. So focusing on the right window here, I'm gonna press Q, and I have exited HTOP on the right side. So both of these sessions have complete control over Tmax, because that's I am the owner, right? As far as I know, you can make the guests connecting to your Tmax session have read-only rights. So that would be kind of useful if you're presenting something to someone who can only watch your stuff, not by, YouTube stream, but merely, by connecting to your Tmax session. So that could be a thing, right? Even if you're presenting in some kind of a classroom, maybe your computer doesn't have access to the projector. Maybe to the projector only one computer has access, which has the cable hooked up or something like that. So this projector can project your Tmax session, and on your laptop you can just do your Tmax thing, and it will replicate to the computer that is connected to the projector, and everyone can see what you're typing, right? I'm just inventing stuff, but the Tmax really is a multiplayer kind of a tool, so that's kind of neat. Control B, capital D, select what client to detach. Let's do just that. Okay. Control B, capital D. Which client do we want to disconnect? Right? Which one of these? Let's disconnect the first one. So the first one kind of fell down. That's the one on the left. And this one stayed attached. Control B R, refresh the client's terminal. Okay, so that's not exactly something special, but it could be useful if you have been doing too much resizing and screen is a bit garbled. To read the whole list of commands, consult the manual page. Okay, so the copy and paste scrollback mode. Tmax also features copy mode in basically the same fashion as screen. Remember to use Tmax command prefix and not screens. The only difference command-wise is that you use Ctrl plus space to mark the beginning of the selection and Alt W to copy the selected text. I think GNU screen command is better. How do I enter the copy scrollback mode? I already forgot. Let's do it again. Control B, question. Where is the copy scrollback? I'm reading. Enter copy mode and scroll up. Was it just the open bracket? I think it was open square bracket. Control B square bracket. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so with the Control B open square bracket, you enter the scrollback mode. You can go up if you have to read something up there. Okay, and then you do this space to. Is it space? It's not space. Control B space. What is the copy command? Control space. Okay, I'm stupid. Control space to begin. And the manual is saying that I cannot end with control space. I did. Oh, it just begins once anew. It always begins once again. So then Alt W, right, to copy. right? Alt W to copy. Okay. So what's the paste? Is it the Control B closed square bracket? Yeah. Yeah, Control B closed square bracket. Guys in the chat, is this too tiresome for you? I have noticed that nobody is saying anything, and I understand why, because this lesson is not very interactive by the design. But I kind of want to wake you up because we started with 10 people in the in YouTube stream, and I don't know, 2 on Twitch, and now we have 5 on YouTube and 1 on Twitch. So I suppose the lesson is a bit boring, or maybe not as boring as the fact that you're just listening to me today and not really talking and chatting. So I can understand that you fell asleep. Iceblood says, yeah, kind of half busy here. Okay, okay. Customization of Tmax. The configuration files for Tmax are typically located at etc.tmax.conf and the home folder /.tmax.conf. When started, Tmax sources these files if they exist. There is also the possibility of starting Tmax while the -f switch to supply an alternate configuration file. So you can find a Tmax configuration file example located on this URL. The level of customization that you can achieve is really high. Some of the things you can do include change the prefix key. Change the prefix key to CA so it behaves just as GNU screen. Set a -G prefix, whatever, capital C -A. Unbind CB to, well, not use it anymore. Bind CA send prefix. So this actually sounds useful if you would want only to use the always the same prefix both for Tmax and screen. However, it's slightly shit if you whenever you spawn a new server, a new virtual machine, reinstall Linux, you name it, you will always be defaulted, right? With your screen configuration. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of too many customizations of key bindings, especially for stuff like Tmax, which I meet very often in various settings, right? Something is tickling my nose. Set extra key bindings for Windows higher than 9. Some extra key bindings to select higher numbered windows. Bind F1, 10, 11, 12. Okay. For a comprehensive list of all bindings, type Ctrl B question. Press Q to quit or consult the manual page. Guided exercises. Indicate if the following statement features corresponds to GNU Screen, Tmax, or both. Okay, this is fairly interactive for you guys. Default command prefix is Ctrl A. This or this. Anyone in chat is willing to give an answer to the first statement? Come on, it's too easy. I don't want to answer this one. You new guys that just joined on stream, which is the... You should answer this. Which is the default command prefix Ctrl A? Is this for GNU Screen or Tmax? Instill Energy, sorry, missed the start time, just got on. Yeah, but you can still answer the first question because we are basically finished for today. But you can watch the replay. GNU, I think Iceblade says. Yeah, that's the correct answer. Uh, which one of these has the client server model? Hmm. Kinda like this phone. Fits on my ear very nicely. Too bad it's not LTE. Don't remember? Yeah, the answer is Tmax. The Tmax can, I not can, but Tmax is has a client server model, right? Panes are pseudo terminals. Which one? Which one of these? Tmax? Yeah, that's the correct answer. So Tmax, when you when you create a new pane, it kind of hooks up with the terminal itself. So in GNU screen, they are not pseudo terminals. So when you kill a pane or whatever it's called on the screen on GNU screen, the terminal that was in there will not get killed. Killing a region does not kill its associated window. So basically, that's just what I said right now. Killing a region does not kill its associated windows. Which one? GNU, yeah, correct. Sessions include windows. This one is nasty question. Must have missed that part. Yeah, the answer is both. Both of them include windows with their sessions. Sessions can be detached. Tmax, you can detach sessions in Tmax. Let's try that. And we are now in Tmax and we are going to type Control B D. Well, we detached it. Okay. Screen reattached. We are now in screen. Let's press Control A D and voila, we detached screen. So which one of these can be detached? Are you sure it's Tmax? Both, yeah, that's correct. Both of them can be detached. Install GNU Screen on your computer, package name screen, and complete the following tasks. Start the program. What commands do you use? We already did all that, so we are not going to do that practically now. Just answer the questions. So how do you start? How do you start screen? Which is the command to start screen? Control AW. Yeah, you don't start screen with Control AW. I'll show you how you start screen. Like this. S C R E E N, and then you press enter. The questions are not exactly difficult. Yeah. They are telling us to start top. Okay, let's start top. Using screen's key prefix, open a new window. Then open edit screen using VI. How do we open a new window in screen? That was a W? No, the opening new windows is Control A and C for create. C, create a new window. So Control A and C. Now we have a new window. Then open edit screen using VI. Okay, let's do that. VI edit screen. Okay, we did that. List the windows at the bottom of the screen. How do we list the windows at the bottom of the screen? We have two windows now in this screen. How do we list them? This is your victory time. This is the not the victory. This is your moment. You can finally say what you wanted to say always. W, yeah. But the small caps. Small caps. Control A W, yeah. So the bottom left corner is showing these two windows. Change the name of the current window to VI. What's the command for that? Which letter? To be honest, I forgot. I know which one it is in Tmax. I forgot which one it is in GNU Screen. How to rename the window? Which is the which key press? Capital W? I don't know. Let's try. Nope, it's not that. Okay, so rename. Break clear clonal copy detached digraphs displays. Dump term cap. Fit flow focus hard copy help. Only number next monitor meta login lock screen. License last message kill info history other. POV break, POV detach, previous quit, read buffer, redisplay, remove buffer, reset screen, select silence, X on, X off, write buffer, rep, Windows Suite version, VBell, title, time, title, could be a title, capital A. Let's try capital A. Okay, capital A. Set Windows title to VI. Okay, Yeah, now it's called VI. Okay, so it's capital A to rename the current window. Change the name of the remaining window to top. To do that, first display a list of all windows so that you can move up and down and select the right one. What is the command to select a list of windows? I forgot again. Displays. That's not it. History. Select. Silence. Windows. Width. Version. I don't remember. Which one of these is to give me a list of windows? Ah, window list. The quotes, double quotes. Okay, I see now. Control A, double quote. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Control A, double quotes. Okay. So okay, we go back to Bash and then we Control A and then capital A, and this one will be renamed to top. Control A W. Okay, we now have top and VI. Okay, this is fine. Check that the names have changed by having the window names displayed at the bottom of the screen again. Okay. Now detach the session and have screen create a new one named SSH. Control A D to detach the session. Screen dash dash help. Okay, so the new one start as daemon. I'm searching for a name. Pre-select the named window if it exists. Quiet startup, command skill, reattach shell, name this session. Okay, so the capital S. Screen dash capital S, new session. Something is wrong with my YouTube. Oh, it seems to be fine. Okay, we now have 3 sessions. Good. Detach also from SSH and have screen display the list of sessions. Ah, now it's fine. Called SSH. Forgot about the live show. That's fine. Now attach to the first session using its feed. Okay, how do we do that? Since nobody's chatting in chat, I'm gonna try to remember myself. Screen dash help and I don't know, grep attach dash R and then session. Okay. Dash R. Which one do we need to attach? Attach the first session. Okay, so the first one is this one, I suppose. Screen dash R 21312. There we go. It works. Iceblade screen dash A session name. What is A? What is A? The dash R is to reattach. You should be back at the window displaying top. Maybe. Split the window horizontally and move to the new empty region. So split the window horizontally. I don't remember. Was it open curly brace? To do that, let's try Control A and open curly brace. No, that's the paste. That's the paste. Let's call for help. So split windows. What did he say? Horizontally. Split horizontally. So split vertically is pipe. And what is... Which one is split horizontally? Yeah, pipe is the vertical split. Split, the capital S. Okay, Control A, capital S for horizontally. And move to the new empty region. So that's Control A and Tab. Yes, I have moved. Have screen list all windows and select VI. Okay, how did we select windows with the double quotes? Control A double quotes and select VI, but we are not in that screen, but never mind. We're just gonna select the other one. Now split the current region vertically. Okay, Control A and pipe and Control A tab to move into that one. Move into the newly created empty region and associate it with a brand new window. How do we associate it with a brand new window? I have to read the manual again. Time. Screen. Is it Control A C? Like create a new window? Maybe it's that simple. Control A C. Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm just being silly. It's just Control A C to create a new screen. A new window actually. Terminate all regions except the current one. Remember, although you killed the regions, the windows are still alive. Okay, let's do that first. Terminate all regions except the current one. I think that was like Control A and capital Q. So let's try that immediately. Control A and capital Q. Yeah, that's it. So that kills all of the other regions. Then quit out of all the windows of the current session until the session itself is terminated. Okay. Exit, save buffer, no, exit, and now it says screen is terminating. There we go. Screen dash list. So this time it will list only 2 sessions because this one just terminated, right? So only the 86 and 52 will be shown this time. 86 and 52. Good. Finally, have screen list its sessions one more time. We did that just now. Kill the remaining SSH session by PID and check that there are actually no sessions left. Kill the remaining SSH session by PID. Should I kill it with the kill command or with the screen command? Screen help. grep kill. Can we kill? No, we can't. Well, let's just kill them then. 2, 2, 8, 8, 6, and then 2, 2, 8, 5, 2, 8, 5, 2. So right now, no sockets found. We killed them all. All of them are dead. The children are dead. Install Tmax on computer then and complete the following task. Start the program. What command do you use? Tmax. Start top. Note how in a couple of seconds the name of the window changes to top in the status bar. Yeah, it did. Using Tmax's key prefix, open a new window. Open a new window. Control B, C for a new window. You can join me, Iceblade, if you want. Then create .tmaxconf using nano. Okay, nano tmaxconf. Split the window vertically and reduce. Let's split it vertically first. I hope it's the same command. Control B pipe. No, it's not. Okay, let's read the manual. Control B. Split window vertically. So that's the double quotes. Nope. Oh crap! I'm using GNU Screens starter for commands. Split windows vertically. It is the double quotes. And horizontally is percentage. Oh. I have it upside down in my head. I thought that this is vertically. Or no, I meant I thought that inserting a vertical line means vertical. Yeah, okay, I got it all wrong in my head. Never mind. It is what it is. And reduce the size of the newly created pane a few times. Okay, so that's Control B and with the control arrows. Okay. Now change the name of the current window to text editing. Text editing. Current window to text editing. I don't know what's the command for that. Rename current window. Not the current window. I want to rename the current session. I just got a new guest. Look, I have a guest. Dođi k meni, ajde. Guests. I'm into my room. Look. Here. Land meets sky thing, whatever the spelling is. It renamed the current session. I didn't see anything starting with rename. My dog is going to start barking soon. reset. Do you see the rename session? Is it called rename session? Change the name of the current window to text. Just the current window. Okay, sorry. I thought they wanted to rename the session. Yeah, that's the comma, right? Rename current window. Yeah, okay. Control B, comma, text editing. Okay. What else they want from us? Text editing, then have Tmax display a list with all its sessions. Okay, so that's with Control B W. Yeah, I'm sorry. Good thing you warned me. Where is my other? Here it is. I don't need the second one. Do you want me to rewind to the part that you haven't seen? I did. You have seen this. Split the windows vertical. You have seen this. Now change the name of the current window to text editing. That's Control B and then comma. Let's do that one more time. So Control B and not, is it comma? Not comma. The Zares comma. Yeah, it's comma. Text editing. Okay, editing, and then to have Tmax display a list with all sessions. So that's like Control B W, I suppose. Move to the window running top. Okay, move to the window running top. I did. And back to the current one using the same key combination. Okay, Control B W and back to the current one. Detach from the current session and create a new one. Okay, Control B D to detach, right? So we have detached it. And create a new one whose name is SSH and its window name is SSH window. Okay, how do we do that? Tmax help man Tmax new. I don't know. New session. How to name a new session. Just give it a name. I suppose. So it's supposed to be called SSH. Okay, let's do the Tmax SSH. Is that the name of the session? No. New SSH and it exited immediately. New? That's not how it works. New SSH. Nope. I killed it. I don't know how to make a new screen and to have a name immediately. But maybe we can rewind the lesson a little bit. What they meant, you will see. I think it was in the PDF earlier. I'm looking for it. Maybe not. Yeah, the LPI one. Okay, they want this. They want this. They want us to make a new session called SSH with a new window called SSH, basically. So what we need to do is tmax new dash s. This is a bit long, but whatever. Tmax new dash s SSH, or maybe under quotes SSH, and then with the new window called new SSH window. Okay, so the session name will be SSH, the part in the bottom left corner, and the first window will be called new SSH window. That's what I want. Yeah. See now? So the session is called SSH, right? Here. And the new window is called the new window. Let's go back down here. It's a bit of a long comment. Here we are. So they wanted detach, okay, and create a new one whose name is SSH. So new session whose name is SSH, and its window name is SSH window. So yeah, that's the command that I used, but it's a bit of a long one. Detach also from the SSH session and have tmax display the list of sessions again. Okay, Control BD, and then tmax, was it ls? Yeah, it was. So we have 4 tmax sessions. From this point on, the exercise requires that you use a remote machine for SSH connections to your local host. A virtual machine is perfectly valid and can prove really practical. Make sure you have OpenSSH server installed and running on your local machine. OpenSSH server installed and running on your local machine, and that at least OpenSSH client is installed on the remote machine. Not sure what they want to do, but let's see. Now start a remote machine. We are already in the remote machine. And connect via SSH with your local host. What do they want? Do they want me to use the remote machine to SSH into my local machine? Or they want me to use my local machine to SSH into my remote machine? I don't understand. Now start a remote machine. Okay, we started a remote machine and connect via SSH with or to your local host. I think they want us to connect the other way around. Like SSH from the remote machine to my current one, which is 9720. Yes. Okay, see now, fast fetch, right? So we now did an SSH into a remote machine, and from the remote machine we did the SSH back into my own machine. And we are now back to my machine, but from remotely, right? If you check who is logged in, you can see that Dart is being logged in from 9:28, which is now, from SSH session. Okay, let's see where this leads. Once the connection has been established, check for tmax sessions. We don't have any tmax sessions on my local host. Tmax ls, we don't have any. On the remote host, attached to the SSH session by name. I'm getting lost. What do they want from me? On the remote host, attached to the SSH session. The tmax SSH session. No, I'm lost. I'm lost. This is getting needlessly complicated. Back at your local machine, attached to the SSH session by name. Making sure the connection to the remote host is terminated. I have no idea what they want from me. Have all sessions displayed for selection and go to your first session. Once there, kill the session SSH by name. I can do that. I mean, are we still in the tmax? We're not in tmax, right? We're not. We are on the local machine. Yeah, we need to exit this one to go back to the remote server. And now we can tmax attach something and then control BW to list all of these, right? So we can pick the SSH one and then we can kill it with control BK. No, control B end. Yeah, control B end to kill it. Kill window, new SSH window, yes. Okay, so that's what we did. Once there, kill this session SSH by name. Finally, detach from the current session and kill it by name. Control B D. Control B D. Are we not in tmax? Control B D. Okay. Tmax ls. So we can tmax kill. Can we just use the word kill? Kill LPI. Does that work? Kill session. Kill session LPI. Too many arguments. We need at most 0 arguments. LPI. Kill session, which one? I'm starting to be lost. It killed one session, actually. It killed another session. Huh. It's killing sessions. Nice. Exploration exercises. Both screen and tmax can enter command line mode through command prefix colon. We already saw a brief example with tmax. Do some research and the following tasks in command line mode. Make screen enter copy mode. Make screen enter copy mode. So that's control A and open curly. Nope. I forgot. Control A question. Copy. Oh, it's not open curly, but open square. Okay. Control A, open square bracket, and we now open the enter the copy mode, right? So we can do the space, whatever. Make screen enter copy mode. Make tmax rename the current window. Okay, let's do the tmax. Control B, comma to rename the window, right? Okay. Make screen close all windows and terminate session. Make screen close all windows and terminate session. Can we do that in one command? Screen and then Control A C, Control A C. So we now have 3 of them. And how do we close all windows and terminate session? Can we do that at once? We have kill with small and capital K, but that's for Windows, I think. Let's try Control A and capital K. Really kill this window, yes. Yeah, but 2 of them left. Make screen close all windows and terminate session. Oh, we can do that 3 times. Control 8K. Yes, killed. Control A K. Yes, screen is terminating. So that's what I wanted. Make tmax split a pane into 2. Okay, tmax split the pane. Control B and pipe. No, that's for GNU. Okay, then Control B. I'm forgetting these commands. Mixing them up between GNU screen and tmax. Control B question split. Oh, so that's with double quotes. Okay. Control B double quotes for splitting. Make tmax kill the current window. Okay. Control B K. No, that's GNU screen. Control B end for killing the bash. Yes. When you enter copy mode in screen, not only can you use the arrow keys and page up down to navigate the current window and the scrollback buffer, there is also a possibility of using the V like full screen editor. Using this editor, perform the following tasks. Echo supercalifragilistic. I don't know what this is. There is also the possibility of using a V-like full screen editor. Screen. So Control A question. Editor. I don't know. A joke word in English. How do we enter copy mode once again? With the open square bracket. Okay. So Control A open square bracket. We are now in copy mode. And how do we copy mode aborted? Control A colon, and can we just paste echo? Unknown command echo. Control A colon echo. I don't know what I'm doing. Now copy the 5 consecutive characters left to right in the line right above your cursor. Okay, that's easy. So Control A, and how do we enter the copy mode again? I keep forgetting. The open square bracket. Okay, 5 characters. Space 1, 2, 3, 4, and space. Okay, so we can now paste it with Control A and closed bracket. I like this shortcut more in GNU screen. Final paste the selection. Yeah, I did that. Stefan Maruda, I joined your channel. Finally, it worked. Thank you very much. Oh, this is some spam here. No, not related to you, but I just noticed. It's time for somebody to be a moderator. Anyways, suppose you want to share. Yeah, Stefan, thank you very much. Although I'm not sure what you mean by joined the channel. Usually, when you join the channel, you get a gray fedora. Should be displayed in chat next to your name. Suppose you want to share a Tmax session with another user. You have created the socket with the right permissions so that both you and the other user can read and write. What other 2 conditions should be met in order for the second user to be able to successfully attach the session through tmax-s, our socket, a t our session? I actually don't know. I would have to create a new user now. I only have the user Dart, I think. Iceblade, do you want me to try this? It's the last one, so let's do that. Let's do that. Tmax ls. We don't have any, so let's use sudo add user Iceblade. New password. Full name. Ice of the blade. Is the information correct? Yes, it is. Okay. SSH. 210 was it? No? IP address 206, sorry. 206, and the user is Iceblade. Okay, so Iceblade is on the right side, Dart is on the left side. I just got doxed on screen, yeah. This one here is Dart on the same server where Iceblade just joined. So suppose you want to share a tmax session with another user. You have created the socket, tmp our socket. Let's see if I do a tmax and then detach it. It's detached, tmax ls. Tmp our socket ls. Do we have any sockets here? tmax 1000. Is that the new one? tmax 1000, 2144. That's now. So that's the new one that just happened right now. Alexa should have used screen tmax instead of opening and tiling two windows. No, I deliberately wanted a second user to come into the server on its own. I think this makes more sense what I did. But now I need to find out whether I can reuse the default socket that got created, or do I have to create a custom one? The default is, well, accessible only to Dart by default, but we can change it, but let's tmax attach and exit this one. Let's do the tmax. Let's do it this way. We can't do that. Never mind. Can we do it? Yeah, we can. I want it like this. tmax man. So let's see how to create a custom socket file. Socket. I meant locally on your machine. Since the lesson is about those, it would be fitting. You meant locally on my machine. So you meant tmax or screen session on my local machine? And then what? I mean, the thing is, I'm doing everything on a remote machine. So somehow, let's say that the remote machine is acting as our server, right? So this one called lpic demo. That's our server, and both user Dart is coming in from whatever the path, and user Iceblade is coming from his own home, and the two of these guys are meeting on this server. I think it's valid that every one of them is coming from its own terminal emulator. I'm still not sure how can this be done in a more legit way, but let's see how to make a socket. Socket. tmax dash capital L socket name and socket path. L for the name, S for the path. lpic will be the name and the path will be tmp lpic. Is that good? We're good. Okay, let's go and see ls. Did we do it? Yeah, we have lpic here. And the permissions are for Dart only. So I'm going to modify this a little bit. Maybe make it read only for everyone else. Or can we make it write? Let's do it writable. Let's be stupid about it. Chmod 777 lpic. Did we do it? Yeah, we did. Okay. So man Emacs, we need to attach the specific what was it? What was the name? Socket. Specify the configuration file, socket name. Oh, so we can just go by socket name or the socket path. Or is this? Let's try it. Okay, so tmax attach will do nothing on its own, right? No sessions. But if we do tmax attach dash capital L and the session we want to join is lpic, this should work. No server running. Okay, so it needs we don't need a name then. Then we can just do the socket path, right? So capital S, the map lpic. No server running. Dash lpic. No server running. So what am I doing wrong? I mean, it's looking for my own sockets, and by my own I mean ice blades. This is ice blades folder. So something I'm doing wrong here. Let's check the manual again. Socket. Tmax attach. The client and all sessions are managed by a single server through a socket in temporary folder. The options force Tmax to assume start in control mode, shell command, F file, configuration file, socket name. Tmax stores the server socket. I want to attach a running. I don't want to create a new Tmax in the same file where Dart did it. I want to attach Dart's running session. Oh, the L flag is ignored. Let's try to create a new Tmax. Tmax dash capital S tmp lpic. So in theory, this should spawn a new. This should spawn a new Tmax session over the existing one, and let's see what happens. Access not allowed. Although it has permissions. Okay, so it doesn't work that way. Creates a socket. Socket path. What is this? Let's try with attach once again. So tmax attach. We can't. Go to top. We are at the top. I mean, the capital S is socket path, but The order matters. Okay. You think I should attach at the end? Attach. Access not allowed. Ah, you are correct. You're correct on that one. It is this is good, but permissions are not good, I suppose. But how are permissions not good if they are? Maybe I need to make it suid mod other plus s on the lpic. So this should make. Let's see if I'm on the right track. No. So it you know what I meant by this, but that's not it. Kbird interrupt followed. Thank you very much for the follow. On the on Twitch, right? Welcome in. We are pretty much at the end of today's lesson, but we are still struggling with. We have Tmax running with user Dart here, and then another user Iceblade is using the same server. So Dart has created in the temporary folder a socket called lpic for this Tmax. And we would like user Iceblade to join him on this Tmax session, so they share it. So I tried this and it seems to be a good command, but access not allowed. However, I did change mode to 777 on this socket, also made it suid. I am starting to be out of options before I go to the internet to search for a solution for this. I can't quite. What was the S again? The capital S or the small s? The capital S is the socket. Capital, yeah, that's the socket. So we have we made a socket right here. So the up. Sorry, how do I do it? The upper one, the upper screen is Dart's Tmax screen already running a socket on the path /temp/lpic, and the Iceblade user needs to join Dart. Permissions. Server access. Change the access read write permission of user. The user running the Tmax server, its owner, and the root user cannot be changed, are always permitted access. So the I see now the permissions, the file permissions. Maximilian Silva, thanks for the follow on. Where did you follow? On Twitch, was it? Yeah, it is. Welcome in. Let's remove mod other minus s. Oh, sorry, lpic, and then mod 700 lpic, so that we restore it to the way it was in the beginning. Why is it not? other minus s. User. I got confused. Okay, let's not think about the suid bit for a second. It doesn't matter too much at the moment. Let's go ahead and mount tmax and do the permissions, right? Change the access or read-write permissions of user. A and D are used to give or revoke. It has no suid bit. So what's the S? Did I not give it? Did I not do the change? I got lost. I did other O plus S. D is for directory and S is for a special file then. Oh, it would be a capital. Let me verify this. Okay, and chmod other plus S on the AA. Oh, so I can't do that. Does only root can do this? I thought that everyone could do this. User plus S. Okay. I see now. Read, write, and then suid execute. Okay. I got fooled. I got fooled with reading the screen. Okay. Okay, makes sense what you're saying. It can't be other. It can't put suid for the other. It must be for the owner. But can it be for the group as well? Or just for the user? It executes as the user. It cannot execute as the group. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, for now, let's see how the permissions are managed with tmax. A dash and D are used to give or revoke access to the specified user. If the user is already attached, the D flag causes their clients to be detached. R and W change the permissions for user. R makes their clients read-only and W writable. L lists current access permissions. By default, the access list is empty. Okay, so server access. Change the access. Server access, we need to put A and then iceblade. Try restarting the first tmax. I don't want to restart it. A to give or revoke access to the specified user. I think you launched it when its socket had no other permissions. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. What was the sorry, permissions, server access? Okay, so tmax server access dash a ice blade. See what I did here? Now let's see if ice blade can join. Attach. Permission denied. Read and write lists current permissions. Server access list. See? Dart writable, ice blade writable. So so this command was enough to give ice blade access. This is fine. It didn't change anything here, but that's fine. That's fine. So basically, we did it properly here. It's just a matter of how does the ice blade attach the session. Can we do it with this permission denied? Now mod the socket. Are you sure? I feel like at first I thought it was necessary, but now I think it's not, but okay. Oh, damn. So I need to mod the socket and do the permission thing within the Tmax. So Tmax has its own access list control, while the file system has the first level of defense. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I understand. The file system denied access, and then Tmax had its own access control list, like a firewall, like a mini firewall. Iceblade, you're in. You're in, and we are now in the multiplayer mode. I'm now writing as Dart ls. Now I'm switching with the mouse to the right pane where Iceblade is the master. And let's do another ls, because why not? Both of them are writable. So let's revoke the, what was it? Tmax server access, like read only, Iceblade. And now, see, now he's read only and he has R here. But if we press enter on the, I am now pressing enter in the right screen and nothing is happening. Iceblade says I'm in hacking everything. Okay. So right now Iceblade cannot hack me. Alexei Lindo just subscribed on YouTube. Welcome in, Alexei. If you're watching, welcome in. Okay, the last part actually woke me up. The part about sockets. This was kind of interesting. I love multiplayer gaming. Even if we can, I mean, there is a way. Let's give back write access to Iceblade. And now, do we have Emacs? We don't. Sudo, he can't. Actually, he's Dart. Okay. Sudo apt install Emacs. Emacs. No, not that one. Emacs-nw. No. Apt search Emacs. Sorry. We need more Alexeys. We did have one more Alexei on Twitch the last time. I remember. He didn't join today. I forgot his name. I'm looking for a package called Emacs Terminal Only. This was a stupid way to search for it. Very stupid way. Nox. Okay, let's try that. Emacs Nox. Why? That's fine. I thought I saw X11. No, that's okay. Okay. Exim Demon. Oh, okay. Progress 15%. I think I gave it like 2 cores to this machine. It will do the job. I have like 10 virtual machines running on my poor 8th gen Lenovo tiny little server. There we go. So what I wanted to do is Emacs, and then we do the F10 thing. Is it going to the right? Yeah, it is. Tools, help, file, edit, options, buffers, tools. There we go. Games. Tetris. So it's not actually a multiplayer, but I could tell the Iceblade to help me out with the game, like just take over from here, because I'm now playing as Iceblade, and right now I'm switching back to the left screen. Now I'm playing as Dart. This is actually quite fast for a beginning of the game. Is this good? No, it's not. The resolution, the resolution is not exactly square. Maybe because why did I think that this will fix the problem? Oh, okay. Well, you're both right now. Yeah, I am. I am. Tetris. Can we change something? Oh, yeah, there is no option. End the game. Oh, end the game. What happened? We're back into Emacs. Tetris doesn't have any options here. The resolution is not square, so it kind of messes with my brain. Control X C, yeah, to exit Emacs. In this lesson, you have learned about terminal multiplexers in general and GNU Screen and Tmax in particular. Important concepts to remember include command prefix. Screen uses Ctrl plus A, Tmax uses Ctrl plus B. Structure of sessions, windows and window divisions, regions versus panes, copy mode. Session detachment, one of the most powerful features of multiplexers. Indeed, it is. Commands used in this lesson. Screen Tmax. Answers to guided exercises. We got this correctly. I don't think I need to repeat. We got this correctly. Together, Iceblade and I. Install GNU screen. Alexei says, I wonder who thought pressing Control B is comfortable. Well, so Control B, I press like this with the pinky and the pointer finger. So for me, it's fine, but it's questionable what comes after that. Which key do I need after that? And I don't know. Maybe they should have taken the screens combination. What messes with my brain is that Control B double quotes is one thing on Tmax, and Control A double quotes is something completely different in GNU screen. Fits me pinky and thumb. Pinky and thumb. You press B with thumb. That's very unnatural for me, but fine. What I started using is I don't know if you can see this. I did this. Well, this is control as well, but also this is control. I kind of tried to practice the old way, right? Because on the Unix systems, control was on that position. It may be better for Vim users. I don't know. You know, when your fingers are on the home row, you can have the control on your pinky without needing to pull it down. But I'm kind of used to having control on the bottom left, so I'm not sure if I can make use my control under shift. Yeah, that's the default place. I just multiplied it. I have two left controls. I mean, not only did Unix systems have control on this position, right? But also, oh, I don't know. Maybe all of the old computers. I don't know. This is Amiga, of course, but for some reason they moved it on the bottom left corner. I don't know why. I actually, let me show it to you once again. I actually like this concept here, right? So you have control here, which is a nice position, but you also have caps lock for noobs who use caps lock. So you still get to keep this button for the noobs, and I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I'm a gamer, so I always keep hand on VAST. Well, me too. Me too, but I don't know what to say. So this part I will not go through. This was a little bit of a mess on our side, because at the end I got lost. What did they even want from us? Install Tmax. Yeah, this is a long shit. Explorational exercise. Where was that shit with SSH? I suppose. I don't know. A lot of people claim that the control is better suited to be left off A, and it's not that I believe it or don't believe it. It's just that I wanted to try it for myself and see if it makes sense. So I think we are done for today. Want to chat about something? Any topics of any interest to any one of you about anything you would like to discuss? Linux, BSD, languages, car transmissions, warp drive of the Starship Enterprise? Yet, I would kind of expect Davai from you. A little bit more on the positive note. I can't think of anything else than Arco Linux, and I have never had any contact with Arco Linux, so it's not that I feel it. What did they even do? The guy who was running that channel decided he doesn't want to do it anymore, or he did all of the lessons he felt were needed, and he just said, "Okay, that's enough," or what happened? I didn't quite understand. He retired. So basically, if I would be making these videos on my channel for, let's say, 5 years, and then say I retire, is that what you mean? Or he retired from some kind of university? I have no clue what Arco Linux was. I checked it out. It seemed like a educational channel, a pretty solid one. I only know about Arco Linux because of their beautiful website. Yeah, their website design is a bit old. Basically from coding and maintaining. Uh, I I have a link to someone's personal website which I really like. Let me just see if I have it anywhere in my bookmarks or something. My bookmarks, nothing in Florp. Do I have Firefox? Yeah, I do. I have bookmarks in Firefox. Yes, I do. But not the website I'm looking for. Amiga bookmarks, Amiga coding. No bookmark I'm looking for. That's a bit of a shame. Let me check my Telegram. Sometimes I put some of my notes there, like bookmarks and shit. Uh, up. Sorry, I'm looking for a link that I wanted to show you. It's a nice looking website. Web. Web. You can chat in chat. So you make it not so quiet while I'm looking for a link. Web archive. I can check my links. I have how many links? Shared links, 600 shared links. That's a bit of a problem. Ah, I think I found it. I think I found it. Nice one. Okay, Telegram helped a lot. This web page. Iceblade says today's lesson I think had screen and Tmax mixed a lot, so I don't even remember what was what. Yeah, I understand. Stefan says sometimes you need to force people to a good change. Are you talking, Stefan, about web pages or about screen Tmax topic? So yeah, this web page, time zones are things, so I better go to sleep. Have fun. Okay, have fun as well. So this web page I kind of like. Signal lookup previous comment. Ah, sorry. I tell you something. I forced 7 people to use Signal. Now they're happy. Ah, oh, okay. People are not that complex. People just want to use what everybody else uses. So, Amiga friendly. Nice. Retro Shrine, Administration, Link Hub, Concert Hall, Arcade, Frontier Elite 2, How to Play. I really like how he did this webpage, Guest Lounge. Right, so there is a guest book here. Oh, he has new messages. Let's type something. Email. Doesn't matter. Oh, this is a fairly nice message, I suppose, to leave to someone on his guest book. Looks like MySpace. I have never been on MySpace in my entire life. I have no clue what that looks like. MySpace. No, no, no. When I see the pop-up starting, just close the website. Close everything. I don't want to see any pop-ups. Retro Shrine. Workbench 1.3. Macintosh Classic 2. Of Amidoc. Alright. Amidoc. Where are his files? On Aminet. Okay, that makes sense. Amiga Guide. Amiga Test Kit. 2000s. MySpace is dead now. I haven't been on MySpace never in my entire life, so I have no clue what it looks like. I can only imagine from your words if it had this vibe, but basically everything had this vibe, you know, back in the day. So it's not that surprising. Discmaster. He has a nice selection of applications that he highlighted. MySpace had a lot of costumation back then, so it looked crazy and wired and unique. I still want to make my own web page look a lot more like the 90s up to 2000, right? I mean, this here is it's nice to some degree, but uh, I'm not perfectly happy. I mean, what this guy made here, it looks a lot better to me. Back to base. Ah, okay. Amiga CD32 console review. Pretty good. Pretty good. Alien Breed 3D. The best Doom clone on Amiga. Self-host Nextcloud at home. Right. So it's not much of a text here, but it does its job. I mean, I don't want to copy this design, but I do want this old. It's not old. I mean, it was from the beginning of the internet, right? It was a thing, right? So if you go back to Orbit here, I think this looks really good. Like really good idea to make a website look like this. Let me try to decrease the website. Yeah, it stands in the middle. Okay, let's make it 100% again. Stands in the middle. Running text. Please sign the guest book, right? All of these all of these buttons, banners, what do you call them? I don't know. The animated GIFs. I love them. SETI at home. Berkeley 808. Is this still alive? I don't think it is. SETI at home is in hibernation. We're no longer distributing tasks. Yeah. Proudly part of the old web ring. Old web ring. Olda Vista. Can we use that? Online shopping mall. This website is cooked. Whatever this is. Now most websites are copy paste. Most websites are templates, right? And WordPress, and I used to run it back in the day, SETI at home. Yeah, we all did. We all had it at least as a screensaver. So why not search for the aliens while the computer is not doing anything? So why not? NeoCities. Create your own free website, unlimited creativity, zero ads. To make the web fun again by giving you back control of how you express yourself online. Okay. I had my first website was on GeoCities. I just can't remember my address because I have found some kind of old archive of GeoCities. I just can't remember the exact place I was in. I think it was like Times Square layer as the address, like GeoCities Times Square layer. Thieves layer. Oh, okay, sorry. I wanted to go to the forbidden. So this one doesn't give me what I want. There was another Times Square layer, GeoCities archive, gallery. I don't remember which one was it. Can we browse layer? No. Internet archive, GeoCities special collection. GeoCities. Oh, that's old. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I lived in the neighborhood called Times Square layer, but I don't know which address, which number. Administration. Welcome to Planet Neon. Neon God. I think I met this guy on Mastodon or something like that. Currently feeling hopeful. Mood. I'm mood calm. Interesting. Everything is very old. Mail to neongod@duck.com. Imagine this website as the view from your spaceship in Frontier Elite 2 when you approach the planet. I understand. Okay, it was a nice chat. Fairly short and boring lesson. Everyone fell asleep. And can we close the shop for today? I think this was the worst lesson so far of the entire year. I mean, it was interesting to me and I learned something. I believe Iceblade also is happy, but I'm not sure where Zoran is. He quit or something. But uh, it was you know I made people sleep. So from that perspective, it sucked. There were some really interactive lessons previously, so I can't do anything about that because this one I just read a lot today. So it is what it is, right? Closing the shop, guys. Let's close the shop. See you in a couple of days. Stefan Maruda, yes, you're right, but after I explained the whole case about Meta AI, by topics, they finally understood how important it is to leave this corporational stuff. Your lesson for today was thumbs up. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think personally it was not that interesting overall because most of the time I just talked. Bye everyone. Yeah, bye bye Iceblade. But the other topics Stefan said, I do agree. If you can uh, stay away from the corporational stuff, it's a good idea. I don't think we need to be how do they say it in English? I don't think we need to be all black and white, right? Like all in with the corporations or all out, of the corporations. I mean, if we can and while we can, I think we should avoid using services that are not good for us. If we can replace them with better stuff, more private stuff. If it's not possible or the way not too convenient, I understand when people simply get too much friction and simply don't feel enough pressured to use the more private alternative to whatever they are using, right? So from that perspective, I understand. I am a newbie, still learned. I think we're all noobs here. I'm not pretending to know too much. I always say how much I know. I don't feel ashamed to say I don't know this. This is the first time I see this command. It's good because I started these lessons in January, right? It was fairly a beginning of the January, I think, in week 1 or something like that, week 2. And one of the main reasons why I started these lessons is because I wanted to learn. Okay, because I know quite a lot about Linux overall because I have been using it since 1998, I think. And in this time, I used it, not used it, used it, not used it, more or less. Working with servers, not working with servers, using it at home, not using it at home. And my knowledge is not very focused. I know a lot about a lot of different topics about Linux, but I'm not really a professional in any particular topic, if that makes sense. So my knowledge is pretty wide, but kind of thin. Does that make sense when I say it out loud? So whichever thing you mentioned to me, there is a good chance I have heard of it and I might be able to join the conversation. Uh, but if you ask me without checking the manual to tell you which exact command is being used to, to use, I don't know, how do you switch to a new screen in Tmax? Of course, I know it's Control B and then C because I use that every day. But if you would ask me how to go into the copy paste mode in Tmax, well, is it Control B and double quotes? I don't use that very often. And if I do, I just type Control B and question mark to see which one is it. When you don't use something, you forget. That's how stuff works. So sometimes I never even it never even crosses my mind that I could do something with some Linux tool. And these lessons that we do every Sunday, they help me to get an idea about what we can do. Basically, it's that easy. It's that simple. What can be done on Linux, how we can combine things, how we can build upon the existing knowledge with some new knowledge that is going to be useful a bit later when we are asked to do something and now my light turns on and I remember, yeah, I did that on one of these lessons. I know how I can vaguely do this. I just need to catch the manual and remind myself, yeah, that's the command. Yeah, that's the command. I can do this. I can build this script. I know how to do it. I just need to check the manual, but I have a vague idea about how to do it, right? And I think everyone who participates in these Sunday lessons has a fairly similar approach to, some of the guys don't know anything and want to learn everything. Some of the guys know almost everything, but they missed tiny bits and they want to fill the holes in their knowledge. And everything in between, right? There is some guy who shows up on almost every stream and does all sorts of expansions of the commands that we use, right? So we learn this command and this command and this command, and all together we spread this command into some of these sub commands. This is how we learn, right? We make up the I have saw the message in the chat. I'll answer it. So we make up imaginary scenarios. That's how we learn. We practice together, and this guy he's really cool. He takes our uh, the way we deepen our lesson into more ways to explore how things work, he goes even further on his own and then goes back into the chat to say what he did on its own and what the result was. It's usually pretty interactive compared to today. Today, everyone kind of felt asleep. So Stefan, you said I'm fine with that. Your knowledge share is great for newcomers like me. Thank you that you are here. Appreciated. Yeah, thank you very much for being here. For me and me for you, and that's how things work. So I hope these live streams will come in handy to more people in the future. I'm gonna cut it here. This lesson was like closer to 2 hours, I think, but it's my counter says 3:45. But a lot of this was, you know, a little bit of off topic. We started fairly late because nobody showed up showed up on time except Zoran. So it is what it is. Anyways, if you are in my time zone, thank you for attending and good night. If you're not going to sleep, then have the nice remainder of the day. And tomorrow I'll publish a video about side-to-side tunnel with OpenSense. Instill Energy whistles for the end of the shift. Or did you whistle for the captain on deck in Star Trek? Or which whistle? I'm just kidding. Okay, let's kill Twitch. Goodbye, Twitch. Good night. Okay, Twitch ended. And goodbye, YouTube. And